Welcome to my series on Who's Who in the Nativity Story. I'm Sandy Laws, and today we are going to jump into the story of the notable characters of the shepherds. Now, the shepherds play a part in the story of Jesus' birth. In fact, they're the very first people to see the newborn Christ. But let's talk about shepherds and their role in society. Now, being a shepherd was an exacting job. You had to be out there with your flocks 24/7, and you had to protect them, not only from the elements, the weather, but also from any animal that might want to take one of those sheep, and also from people who might steal your sheep. So the shepherds stayed with their flock around the clock. Now, this made them less than suitable for the local society because they were dirty. They were constantly living outdoors, so they didn't have access to all of the things that other people did who lived in a house. And not only that, but they couldn't leave their job to go to the synagogue. So they couldn't really celebrate Shabbat the same way that everybody else did. So they were considered to be lowly people. You might even think of them as the lowest people who lived there in Israel. They were the lowest of the people. Now, one night, the shepherds are out in their field doing their job, and they're looking at the night sky because, they're pretty separated from each other, and you're sitting there, and what else is there to do? And they look at the night sky, and they look up, and what appears to them is a single angel. And the angel declares and says, you are blessed because we have great tidings, glad news. Tonight the Savior's been born. And after the angel appears, a heavenly host of angels appear, which is a whole lot of angels, like tens of thousands of angels. I can just imagine you're looking up, and here are these celestial beings that you're looking at. And I think you would have to be in shock about what is going on. Like, where are they coming from? What are they? But the angels all start to sing a song. They start to praise the birth of Jesus Christ, because this is a very big deal in heaven, the fact that Jesus has been born in Bethlehem. And all of God's creation should celebrate it, and so all of the angels were able to celebrate what had happened. It's basically great news for everybody, but the first ones to get this great news, the very lowly shepherds. And they were literally witnessing a miracle as all of these angels appeared. I kind of think of it as this parting, if you will, of heaven and earth, because the heavens were open, here are the angels, and so the distance between heaven and earth was, it was minimized. We were able to see the heavens, they were able to see earth and what was going on. It's just a beautiful imagery of how significant, how important this miracle was, the birth of Christ. And I think it would have been an unbelievable thing to be a shepherd at that time. Now they go to see the baby. Several of them come together and say, well, let's go see this thing that has happened. They walk to Bethlehem. They find out where the baby is, where the Holy Family is, and they go to see the baby Jesus. And they are so moved by this whole experience. The angels, the declaring of the good news for all, that they leave there and they go and they become witnesses and evangelists for the birth of Christ. And to me, it just shows how God brought every level of society into the story, including the lowest of the low. So I very much like the shepherds because they got to see something so unique. I mean, it was really special for them. And I like how God shared in just the majesty and the beauty with the people who were right around Bethlehem, who were out in the field. So that is the story of the shepherds, and it's a great story. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.